Take 5. The first 4 were ruined by me coughing and sneezing and stuff. And now this one's ruined because I just got a message. Lovely. Why do phones do that? I don't know. Smartphone's my ass. So I plug and unplug my stuff in when I'm using it and not using it. So everything's plugged in. You got power to everything. The 602, whether it be the regular or the D, is just a throttle. It has no power to it. It gets power from your main unit. Whether it be this one or the NCE like or Digitrex uh, box power supplies. Digitrex are white. I don't know what NC is, but you can get them in 5 and 8 and I guess 10 amp and all that stuff. So it just plugs in with the RG45. It's about $150 round. So what you would do, you can see it's left and right. I kind of already have this set up because I've done different takes, obviously. So your first step is to turn the track power on. You can then see that yellow or the green light come on right here on the main unit. So now the track is energized. Hit that button again to exit out of that. That was the power button down here. Let me see if I can get this to focus again. There. See, you got the track power on and off. The yellow the green button right there goes off, goes on, goes off, goes on. So let's start with the goose. Okay. Now let's go over to the FEF. So obviously we can see both of these starting up. So that's the FEF. That's not the right button I wanted to push. I wanted to push this one. That's how easy it is to switch. Focus, damn it. It's just that single button. So we can kill those. Switch back over to this. That's pretty much how easy it is to switch between it. These are your directional buttons to go backwards and forwards. These are your actual knobs to control your 2 locomotives. It does have a battery pack you can put in, or batteries, to where you can unplug this wire, the RG45 wire, and walk around, and it's IR. You would need the IR, I guess, receiver. Not quite sure, because I really don't care about wireless stuff. Was there anything else? Amp wise, it is whatever amps your system is. Like this is a 3 amp, so this is a 3 amp. If I had a 5 amp, it would be a 5 amp, 8 amp, 8 amp, so on and so forth. Mother puss bucket. as for control, I should have done this. Ooh, as I almost drop it. The feel is good. Obviously not with one hand, because it is kind of a two-handed thing. You would hold it and use your other hand to, you know, control the knobs and the buttons and stuff. It's maybe... I'd say maybe 2 or 3 Bic lighters. The full-size Bic lighters. Weight without the battery pack. Obviously, with the battery pack, you'd have 3 AA batteries, or Digitrack sells Digitrack sells a rechargeable battery that'll recharge when you're plugged in to the unit. So, what do we have here? This is forward, that's reverse. Reverse. Turned it down a little bit too much. We'll just leave it there. What's nice about this is the first click you do brings it to 1%, whereas this, you literally got to have it like this to get 1%. I don't know why, but it's going to be kind of a learning curve, because I'm so used to turning the knob enough to start the loco. I got to remember it's only 1 click now. Get it up to the bumper there. Shut that down. And forget about that loco. Now I can go over to here and forget about that loco too. I like to release my locos because I've noticed that sometimes I had this problem with the scale trains. If I don't release the loco, I can have problems with it later on, because the unit remembers what it was set at. So if you accidentally hit F9 and you don't forget if you don't release the loco, it like keeps that F9 active when you select it next. Obviously this is a 3 amp because it's the Zephyr system. Really easy to upgrade the firmware in these. You get an old printer cable. You plug it into the USB here. What I do is I just pull this, leave this, move this all into the computer, and hook it up, and you run a piece of software. You select which units you have, whether it be obviously the main unit only comes up if you only have the main unit. But if you have something plugged into the main unit, that also comes up too. You have to select which one you want to update. That's something I would think you don't want to forget, because if you update, I mean, I don't know if it would even work, but I'm sure, nowadays, companies didn't give you the protection to say, oh, I want to upgrade the 602, yet you pick the 52 and you upgrade the 52 with the 62 firmware. I don't think that would be a good thing. So when updating, make sure you have the correct unit selected for what you're doing. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much, it's just a basic, simple controller. I don't know, about 160 bucks, 150 bucks US, depending on where you go. Might be all the way up to 200, because I want to say this is like I don't know, because I don't pay retail MSRP, so my pricing might be a little off. I buy from Lombard; they always discount their stuff. So that's that. Eventually, someday, this will be replaced with a 5 amp unit underneath. As for 3 amp, they say you can do. Well, obviously, I can do 2. I've ran 2 with this thing before. I want to say you can do 4, but I'll cut I'll pad my estimate and say 3 amp you can run 3 locos for sure. If your loco, I mean honestly, if your loco's sucking up an amp of power, I'd be kind of shocked because they shouldn't really be doing an amp of power. That's actually a lot of power. But yeah, that's that. If there is anything I forgot, just let me know. This video was made for Keldick. He was asking about this. If there's anything I forgot, let me know, and I'll either make another video with that info. Oh, that's right. So, what am I on here? So, as you can see, 0 through 9 is lit up, but if you hit the C button, now you got access to all 29. And actually, D, E, and F, if you look up here, I don't know if I can get it, that's 10, 11, and 12. So it does do, what is it, 32, 28, 29, 30, or 31? Well, no, because you'd already have it. Would 10 be doubled? I don't know. 31, 32, somewhere in there. 221, 222, whatever it takes. So let's get this out of here and again. Forget that. There we go. I can turn power off from this. Track power's off. And that's that. Have fun, y'all.